Join me. Together we can rule the galaxy far from sun.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
Hello there, Space Wizards, Plastic Spacemen, and Rebel Princesses. This is Todd Hoffman and
Trent Hoffman,
and you're listening to Big T and
Little T.
a Star Wars podcast. Welcome to episode 37. Today we're talking about season 1, episode 20 and 21, the finale, No Escape for Star Wars Resistance season 1. So here we go. Joining me today, you already heard of my little buddy, Mr.
Trent Hoffman.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi. Hey, buddy. We got our special guest, Ellie. She's watching Little Chip and Potato. She should probably have her own Chip and Potato podcast.
Maybe, if you're never heard of Chip and Potato,
Yeah.
Just give us a tweet.
Give us a tweet.
Just give us a sentence.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, what have we been doing lately, buddy?
Playing video games.
Video games.
Tony
Tony
Hawk.
Hawk. We are so ridiculously close getting the Jack Black character,
Yes.
Officer Dick. We're 3 challenges away.
So we tell him about
Yeah.
guys. Me and Dad have to have a little talk.
A little talk, okay. Oh yeah, and then so we're talking about Jack Black, and I was like, oh, you got to try this other game, and we started playing Brutal Legends.
If you haven't, there's no Brutal Legends 2. There's only one.
Just one, yeah. So Little Metal, it's pretty epic, man. And Jack Black plays the main character, Eddie.
Igor Mon.
I don't know what his last name is. I'm not sure. But yeah, so we are really close in Tony Hawk and super excited for that. We've been really working hard. We've been also opening up. If you get all the stat points for the main skaters, you open up their videos. So we've done a couple of those, but man, we've been loving some Tony Hawk.
Yep.
We have to get to Squadrons. We have not played a lot of Squadrons. We got to get back to the story. We played a lot that first weekend it came out. But, yeah, we're liking Squadron. We like the story.
Yep.
Pretty good.
You're pretty good.
Pretty good. We're learning how to fly and follow orders, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's different. Obviously, I think Trent is more used to first-person shooters or third-person shooters, so having a flying game, it's a little
third person?
like when you see yourself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's been a lot of fun. We've been really enjoying that. Did we see any cool movies? No. All right. Not much.
But that's okay.
That's okay. All right. So we are. Can you believe this, Trent? We are at the finale of Star Wars Resistance Season 1. We are talking about No Escape Part 1 and 2. So. Part 1, we are, again, obviously on the Colossus, and the official description is Kaz hatches a plan to rescue his friends while the First Order quest for power takes a dark turn. So, currently the Colossus is submerged, and that's because of Kaz's latest plan, right?
Yep.
So...
Yep.
Captain Doze is like, yo, you can't be doing this. Why do you got Jaeger in the brig? And what happens? What happens there?
He gets arrested.
Yeah. Doza disagrees that says, hey, he doubts that the New Republic will find what the First Order is doing. And Commander Pry is like, yo, this is our ship. And basically, his little security droid is like, super cool. 4D, I think it's 4D M1N or something like that. Probably 4D. Captain Doza, she takes out a couple stormtroopers, do a little ninja jukes, and got a gun blasters and all that stuff. But more troops come, and 4D gets shot up by Pry. So now, good old Kaz and CB, Niku. We got Bucket, Kel, Ella, and of course our turtle.
Ella.
Those are the two little kids. Those two little kids.
Wait, who's the big brother?
Kel, I think.
Kel.
Yeah.
Dad, can you this?
Absolutely.
I'm playing with my Legos over here.
Yeah.
I'm just playing and doing a podcast.
Wow. That's pretty talented, man.
Yeah.
How do you keep this all together?
I don't know, but
Wow. So, they hatch a plan like, hey, we gotta take over the Kaz is like, we gotta take this over, and it's time for. You want the rope in the arm?
Yeah, like the rope and tie around.
Oh.
Chinese like. Got him.
Okay. So, so what else is happening at this time with Tam? What's going on with Tam?
She is
She's talking to who?
the commander.
Yeah, that Agent Tierney or Terry or something, and Tierney. Yeah.
And she's saying.
What is she saying to her?
She's saying look at this video, and it's her own her what's the guy's name called?
Jaeger.
And
what's he telling the First Order right there at the?
He's the people who is doing is lying.
Oh, right, and he was basically saying, hey, I'm the agent, I'm the one in the resistance, and Tam doesn't like it. Yeah. So, but Tierney is like, hey, all your friends. Basically, what she's saying is all your friends are liars. What do you think about that? How would you handle that if someone came up to you and said all your friends are liars?
Horrible.
Yeah, you feel bad, right?
Yeah, I just want to punch him right in the gut.
You want to punch him right in the gut?
Let me get out of here.
Yeah, but what happens if you saw some stuff that kind of leans towards that, and that's what's going on with Tam.
If that's a lie, or like after the beat, the brutal thing we just tried to do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to my friends. What are you doing?
Yes, like you almost have to talk to your friends before you release somebody else who's a complete stranger, by the way. So they go on a Kaz basically Tora fetches Buggles. We call them Bubbles, but it's Buggles. That's okay. So Buggles. So we have a couple stormtroopers in the control room. They see the turtle power dude, and Kaz and Niku take it over, and now Kaz has to go in the water. There's some cool hammerhead kind of shark dudes in there, which looks cool. But he and CB take to the waters. And then what did we get to see, which we haven't seen before? When Kaz goes for a swim.
Oh yeah.
Scuba troopers.
That's cool,
we haven't seen those since Clone Wars. In fact, the Gendy Clone Wars, and maybe even the Clone War, the other Clone Wars.
Which Clone Wars are you talking about?
So there's a cartoon Gendy, the Gendy Trafkowski Clone Wars, which are those short little shorts, those animated ones, and then the Clone Wars is the CGI animated show. Yeah. But I think we see him in both. But I do remember vividly the Scuba Troopers, the Clone Troopers, and with Kit Fisto. So, anyways, we get to see some First Order Scuba Troopers on patrol. They go on some little hijinks. They have and Kaz's idea is to depressurize the corridor. So that basically means flushing out all the water, and then the water goes out. They shut the.
Can you tell him the big part about Can you tell him about the
What? Oh, not yet. Okay. We're getting there. Okay, we got a secret coming up. Oh boy. So they have this underwater fight, but they depressurize the corridor. The stormtroopers out.
Wait,
and
what will oil look like underwater? Dude?
Oil underwater would probably just float to the top, because that's what happens when the big tankers, if there's an oil leak, all the oil floats to the top. And then it hurts the birds and the fish and all that stuff.
Wait, what? Why?
Because they can't swim in oil. It's not good for them.
Oh.
Yeah. So...
I knew that, but...
Yeah. So they're sneaking through the classes. They run into Buggles. Buggles!
The weird dog look weirdest.
Yeah, but they run into Flix and Orca, and they're just chomping in a crate. They're just having snacks, snapping into a Slim Jim, and Flix and Orca are saying, "Hey, we're trying to get shipped off planet," and Kaz is like, "You realize this ship is underwater," but they don't care. They go back into the box.
Can I say something?
Absolutely.
When I was like 5, guys, we went to like Celebration. If you haven't went to Celebration, guys, please, it's like all the like from Comic-Con.
Yes.
It's like Star Wars,
yes.
Batman, DC, Marvel.
Well, that's Celebration. Celebration's all Star Wars, but you're talking about.
But some people dress up as different.
Yeah, but you're talking about C2E2.
Yeah, C2E2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, what about it?
I forgot.
Oh no, you're going somewhere with that, and the train just stopped. So when it comes back to you wanted them to just to go to C2E2.
Yes.
Hopefully, like, COVID.
If you see a kid and if a dad with a bald head and a bushy beard, that's us.
That's us. That's us. Yes, right.
Wait, when I was 5, I took just all Star Wars guys.
Okay.
But guys, do you know I'm getting a costume as a Jawa.
Well,
you know that.
I know that. Yes.
But I don't know what to do for like the voice, dude.
Oh well, we'll figure that out.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with the voice.
Yeah. So, where were we? Okay, so they have that scuba fight. Boom, 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 boom. They get out of there. They meet up with Tora, with Buggles. They find Buggles. Buggles leads them to Tora. Then we have a ball droid fight. CB goes after a First Order droid. They kind of cracks him in the eyeball. Boom, boom, boom. And then the poor ball droid takes a drop. Boom. Yeah, exactly. So then they get to Jaeger, and Jaeger and Tam are crossing, and Jaeger's like, "Don't believe him, don't believe him," but Tam is convinced that Jaeger has lied to her, and she's like, "You're the one that started all this mess," and so.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
You started the mess.
And so they throw Jaeger in Captain Doze's cell, and Jaeger tries to break out, but they can't. So, meanwhile, we got Bugs and Buggles and Kaz and CB. Everything. And we have the fight there. Boom, boom, boom. We got the fight.
Fight.
So then, here's the deal that pretty much sets Tam in what she wants to do, is that Agent Tyranny basically offers her, if we get off world, I can get you to be a pilot, which is one of the things that Tam always wants to do. And so she basically kind of agrees to that. And she always Tam's thing is like, I always feel comfortable in the sky. So there you go. So then she's basically, all right, let's get to the shuttle and let's go. So they're at Doze's tower again. We got Kaz, Tora, CB, and the First Order's troopers order them to halt. They basically flush them out. Boom, boom, boom. Get that down. They dump them. And then what happens? They sneak around. It's kind of empty. Yeah. And what does Kaz and Tora see? Do you want me to say it? Like, yes. Armitage Hux.
What's Armitage Hux?
That's his name. Or
Commander
today.
Hux. Commander Hux.
Yeah, today is the end of the Republic, the end of the regime that acquiesces to disorder at this very moment in the system far from here. The New Republic lies to the galaxy while secretly supporting the treachery of the loathsome resistance. This fierce machine, which we have built, upon which we stand, will bring to an end to the Senate, to the cherished fleet. All remaining systems will bow to the Force Order and will remember this as the last day of the
Republic.
Ooh. And so we were just talking before the show. Trent was asking where this is fit. So I was like, this is right around The Force Awakens. And so we bleed right into The Force Awakens here because that is happening on Starkiller Base. We actually hear that name dropped, that the Starkiller Base is operational. And now we see it. And where Hazian Prime is Kaz's home planet. And so he gets to see that destroyed. And obviously that it's sad. And basically Kaz watches them blow up, and the stormtroopers raise their and Kaz is devastated. And that's how part 1 ends. Boom. Not pretty much a cliffhanger, a real bummer. We really see that he realizes that they're even more powerful than they thought they were. So, all right. So we're on No Escape Part 2. This is the last episode of Season 1 of The Resistance. This originally aired March 17th of 2019. So here is the official description.
So
the following destruction of...
It came out in 2020.
Well, no, we're watching it in 2020, but this came out in 2019. We're a little behind, buddy, but that's okay. That's okay. So, following the destruction of the Hazian Prime and other systems, Kaz and Yeager lead the forces of the classes into battle with the First Order. All right, so basically picks up, gives a, they start with a speech. They see the speech. Obviously, Kaz yells no. The troopers look around, but they escape, and they get to Yeager and Doza, and basically Tora's like, we're going to fight for them. So they go into the cell. They open up the cell from CB, but the troopers notice that the cell door's open. They come in there. 2 troopers get stung. They get out. They get all the weapons. And boom! Now they got Doza. They got Doza. They got Yeager, Kaz, and Tora, and of course CB, and they're ready to go. So now what they're doing is they have a great plan. Niku, Blowfish 1 and Blowfish 2.
Blowfish 1. You hear me? Yes, Blowfish 2.
Niku is like probably one of my favorites in Resistance.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
He is so funny.
He's like,
Thank you. So they are in the hyperdrive room, and yes, we find out that the Colossus is what, Trent?
A ship.
What?
Bum, bum,
Bum. First we thought it was a base, then it sinks like a sub, and now it's actually a ship. What the heck? So the Niku's plan is similar to what they did with the scuba troopers. It's basically let's flood out the troopers and get them and jettison them. So that's what they do. They flood out the troopers. Kaz and Tora are using themselves as bait. They get themselves out. They flush some troopers out, and they basically.
Can you show them the funny part, like the slug part when she says like, "Hey, come over here, you like." So remember that? Like she says, "Come back here, you weird looking slugs." Like when she says the slug part, Dad.
Yeah. I can't show that. It's a podcast. I can't really show it.
I know, but can you just tell them?
Yeah. So you just told them. Right. Okay. So, we go back to Dozer's Tower. Pry's watching this kind of unfold, and Agent Tyranny's like, hey, you've kind of lost control. My suggestion is let's call in reinforcements. Pry's angry about it, but basically says, yeah, you're right. Let's get out of here. I will call reinforcements. And so now Kaz's whole plan is let's retake the Colossus. And so, Yeager and Dozer get to their office after Pry leaves, and Doze is doing his thing, trying to get everything set up.
Can you tell them what happens dude, to like the girl then?
All right, so now Tam and Agent Tiri and Pry are ready to board the shuttle, which looks like Kylo's Ren ships. It's just a First Order shuttle, which is great. And really, we get the call out. Basically, Kaz says, hey, yo, he's got the high ground, and then Yeager's got the low ground, and they basically confront Tam and say, hey, why are you going with them? Yeager's basically saying they're lies. What do you say to that, Trent?
Good. That's pretty harsh. Like, pretty...
Yeah.
So...
Pretty harsh for, what, Tam to go with them?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, right?
Yep.
So it's a tough decision, but she ultimately goes with the First Order. They leave on the First Order shuttle. CB comes to the rescue, gets the 4 troopers against Tora and Kaz, and now they get to the ship. So now Doza rescues all the flying aces, and we now get ourselves a space, well, kind of not a space battle, but an air battle. And so at the same time, we got Niku, who's firing up the hyperdrive, which is super cool. So now we got the Colossus raising up from the water, which is super awesome. And as soon as they get to their ships, there's TIE fighters everywhere. They're not there. And who comes up and saves the day?
Kaz.
No. Hype Phazon and Aunt Z come into a First Order trooper transport. They blow them up. They got clearance. Now all the flying aces are out, and they do some serious damage to the TIE fighters that are local. But prize reinforcements is what, Trent?
The Star Killer ship.
Star Destroyer.
Yep.
Yikes. So now we got the Star Destroyer, more TIE fighters, and so now it is it's like, no. So Cass at this point is telling Niku, hey, let's go to Dakar. Okay, that's where the Resistance base is at, because he knows of that. And so Niku's doing that. They're rising up, but they have to get, obviously, a little bit more airborne to go to hyperspace. And so they're doing all that, and Kaz and team are taking out all the TIE fighters. Lots of explosions. Doza helps out with some gun emplacements on the Colossus, and we got a huge dogfight. Boom, 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 boom. And so now it's Yeager and Kaz with the last remaining things, and Kaz flies through the Colossus, kind of as Yeager is being chased by Pry. Boom, boom, boom. And
Pry dies.
actually, not Pry. It's the other guy. It's the red guy. What's
Yeah.
the red guy's name?
Commander Hook.
Commander Hook. Oh, man. What is that guy's name? I don't know. What is his name? Oh, Von Reg. That's his name, Von Reg. Major Von Reg. Which he's got that cool red tie. So we got a nice cool space battle, or mid-air battle. And so now Yeager and Kaz enter the ship. But before they're escaping, the pirates show up. That's right, pirates show up. I was kind of I thought originally when the TIE fighter showed up and they couldn't get out of the Colossus, I'm like, oh, the pirates are coming. But it wasn't the pirates, but they come later. And so Sonara's there to help save them, and they get a lot of TIE fighters out of the sky. Boom, boom, boom. We got that. And then Kaz and Yeager enter the Colossus. Niku comes up and says, hey, Kaz, remember you told me to Dakar, but I don't know where we're going. Isn't that exciting? So Blowfish 1, Blowfish 2. And then everyone is super stoked, and they enter hyperspace, and everybody celebrates. Hooray! Whew, that was a lot. What do you think of this finale? Was it good?
Kind of.
What did you like?
I didn't like when
Tam
goes with the First Order.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I think that stood out. Like, you have to make these choices, but sometimes you also have to find out the facts, and I don't think she gave her friends a fair shake.
Yeah,
So
very good.
ugh. So that is season 1 of the Resistance. Very cool. I thought this was fun. I really enjoyed a lot of the characters, but I do think Niku's probably my favorite. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you.
I don't need any Kleenex. I'm fine.
Okay. So there you have it. We're super excited. So next time we come to you guys, there's going to be a certain show that will be coming out. And what is that, Trent? Mandalorian. So Mandalorian season 2 is upon us. It will be coming out October 30th.
And we're in October, so...
We are in October, so if I'm doing my math correctly, I'm not really good at math, but if I'm doing my math correctly, as of this recording, that's 17 days. Woo-hoo-hoo. 17 days.
Dude,
Oh my
wait.
gosh, it's
Look,
like little.
It's the 30th, Dad.
I know. So
What day?
what day is it? It's the 13th.
The 13th.
So 7 is 20.
Yeah.
And then you add 10. That's 17. That's the 30th. Bada bing, bada boom. How you doing? So there you go. So we'll be definitely reviewing season 2 of Mandalorian. I'm so excited. I cannot wait for some new Star Wars. But we are super excited that we were able to review the Star Wars Resistance. It's been fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll probably do the same thing after Mandalorian's over. We will sync back up and start season 2 of Star Wars Resistance. So
wait, why did it? I said, but it came down.
It came out in 2019, which is fine. We have never seen it.
When is 2019?
That was last year.
What?
Yep. So there you go. All right. So thanks again, Space Wizards, Plastic Spacemen, and Rebel Princesses, for listening to another episode of Big T.
Little T, a Star Wars bucket.
Okay, you can find us on the socials at Big T, Little T, Lilt Podcast on Instagram. On the Twitter, we're B Little Lilt Podcast. And then on Twitch, twitch.tv/Big T, Little T, Lilt. You can find us there. Every once in a while, we'll be streaming. We have to stream some Squadrons soon. Hey, man, we got some stickers, so we want to hear from you.
Masks, dude. We got masks.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We got some masks, too.
Like
Yeah, you can check out our store. We are in at T Republic. T Public. I always want to say T Republic. It's T Public. But yeah, Trent's like, hey, make a mask. So we made a mask. So we got masks and t-shirts there. Probably more merch coming. We just haven't got to it yet, but we will.
Yes.
But yeah, you can comment,
Rate
rate us on Apple Podcasts, and you can email us at Big T Little T.
Star Wars Podcast.
No, Big T Little T Podcast at
gmail.com.
There you go. You can drop us a question, give us a rating, and we'll send you a sticker. Right. So basically, in a couple weeks, a little over 2 weeks, we will then be talking. Episode 38 will be our Mandalorian season 2. Maybe we'll sneak one in. Just what our expectations are of Mandalorian season 2. We'll see. But what did we say here? Now remember.
Truly wonderful, the mind of a child is.
There you go. And we end it like this. May the Force be with you always. Bye.